Vehicle machinery, eliminate panel deviation on sandwich panel production lines at the source. A 50-year unresolved industry headache. Panel deviation on production lines. Continuous profiled sandwich panel production lines originate from Hennig of Germany. With a development history spanning 50 years, panel deviation has been a persistent, widespread problem across the industry over the past half-century. It cannot be fully eliminated by conventional production lines worldwide and constitutes the primary cause of high reject rates and material waste. The full production line comprises 30 core process reference points, covering uncoiling, rib pressing, profiling, film lamination, upper-lower forming, crawler conveying, and precision cutting. Deviation at any single reference point on conventional lines triggers quality risks. Such deviations are highly concealed, making faults difficult to trace quickly. Consequences include male-female joint misalignment, panel drift, and mass rejects. In severe cases, finished wall panels suffer extensive quality defects leading to substantial production losses. Two inherent structural flaws of conventional production lines hard to remedy. Cumulative errors from center datum line marking. A complete production line can reach 150 meters in length. The industry standard installation method uses steel wire to mark the virtual center datum line in sections, as a single continuous marking over 150 meters is impractical. Operators divide the line into 50 segments of 10 meters each. Segment splicing inevitably creates cumulative errors, even when carried out by highly skilled technicians. Overall marking deviation commonly exceeds 2 mm. Inaccurate original equipment benchmarks create irreversible risks of panel deviation. Misalignment between virtual and physical references. Lack of precise benchmarks for multi-profile production. All panel profiles in the industry are referenced to the virtual center line, with asymmetric left and right dimensions. For example, 650 mm on the left and 550 mm on the right. However, the center line exists only virtually. Operating stations stand at a height of 1.3 meters without physical measuring surfaces, so operators cannot accurately align or verify dimensions. Manufacturers produce various panels including roof panels, wall panels, and cold storage panels in multiple widths. Conventional equipment lacks fixed, measurable benchmarks and relies entirely on operator experience for adjustment. Unorganized, untraceable parameters represent the fundamental reason panel deviation has remained unsolved for 50 years. We here as patented core solution, virtual datum physicalization to eliminate deviation fundamentally. Targeting these inherent structural limitations, Vehua has invested 20 years in R&D and developed the patented datum surface translation physicalization technology. This breakthrough overcomes long-standing industry bottlenecks and eliminates panel deviation via equipment structural optimization. Datum transformation. From virtual lines to solid reference planes, we abandon virtual center line positioning. The central datum is shifted outwards. Through patented structural design, intangible reference lines are converted into a continuous physical reference plane running the full 150 meters length of the line. This surface covers the full working height of the upper forming machine and remains visible, measurable, and verifiable at all times. One-piece 5-axis machining to guarantee ultra-high datum precision. All reference surfaces on frame adjustment stations, shearing stations, and slitting stations are machined in a single clamping operation on a 5-sided machining center. No secondary assembly or reworking takes place, eliminating cumulative machining errors. Machining tolerance of reference surfaces is strictly controlled, within 0.05 mm, far exceeding industry norms. During installation, custom equal height paths accommodate frames of varying widths to unify reference plane calibration. Operators first level the bottom datum. The pre-machined precision surfaces naturally guarantee verticality and flatness, enabling precise alignment between upper and lower benchmarks. The 150-meter full line maintains consistent reference height with zero deviation. 3. Full-range laser calibration for coherent, controllable line benchmarks. A 100-meter laser calibrator performs full scanning during commissioning. Dual-side lasers cover a 200-meter working range, rotating to inspect all reference points. This ensures consistent, measurable, verifiable, and traceable dimensions across all 30 core process points from uncoiling, forming, and foaming through to cutting. IVs build a mature standard operation system supported by precise benchmarks. Based on the patented physical datum system, Weihua implements a complete 5S standard operation system to deliver experience-independent production with minimal error and zero hidden risks. One dedicated engineer independently completes all dimension calculations and parameter design for each production line, bearing sole end-to-end accountability. Over more than a decade, zero calculation errors have been recorded. Clear photos and formal drawings specify inspection positions, reading standards, and corresponding drawing dimensions for every station. Operators follow documented standards directly rather than relying on subjective experience, eliminating human-induced deviations. V-Core industry differentiator. Independently developed integrated complete lines. Most domestic equipment suppliers adopt a patchwork manufacturing model. Early models imported European crawler units while profiling machines were sourced locally. Assembling equipment from different origins leads to mismatched key dimensions and inconsistent benchmarks, creating inherent structural deviations. Both imported European complete lines and domestic assembled setups suffer from panel drift. Weihua is one of the few manufacturers capable of fully independent R&D and in-house production of entire lines. Every assembly and process uncoiling, profiling, crawler foaming, chemical formulation, cooling baths, stacking, and packaging is self-developed with multiple patented technologies. All line dimensions are calibrated and fixed before delivery, with permanently traceable parameters. We take full responsibility for line precision. This fundamentally addresses the decades-old industry problem of panel deviation and supports customers with stable long-term mass production, low waste rates, and avoidance of mass rejects.